Can we... What is that? Ugh. Can we talk about this? League of Legends is constantly evolving, and it's partially the reason as to why we keep coming back. If it weren't for the game repeatedly patching itself and changing the meta, we would have all quit back when stacking 6 Sunfires was a thing in 2010. Remember that? Your boy was hot. Patches are always the defining factor as to what lies in the meta and what doesn't, with some patches being as small as a bug fix and a change in gold costs, to some patches being the funeral for a cocky bird. We'll never forget you, Michael? And like clockwork, this keeps the wheel turning. Things fall out of the meta, things fall into the meta, and most of us just fall apart. Some patches favor control mages and some favor assassins, and as the wheel turns, everyone gets a chance in the spotlight. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong, because some characters are strong enough to balance on top of the fucking wheel like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo riding a goddamn barrel. Syndra has been one of the strongest mid laners in history ever since she was a kid. Look it up. She was actually born this way. Syndra is a DPS burst champion with so much range that she could hit you in real life, and her ult gives her assassination potential. Not only do 3 of her abilities deal AoE damage, but 2 of them have a form of CC, and 1 of them is a very fast stun. Did you see that? Because I didn't. Now, I'm not going to explain her entire kit in depth because I'm pretty sure you all know that, but here's a refresher. Her passive makes her abilities better when maxed out. Her Q makes balls and deals some damage. Her W throws balls, or minions, slows you, increases the lifespan of a ball by putting it into stasis, and it deals a ton of damage. Her E pushes enemies in balls, and if you are hit by a ball, you are stunned for 1.5 seconds, but this deals the least damage in her kit, which is still a fucking ton. And with her combo, 1.5 seconds is all she needs to hit you hard enough to make your client uninstall itself. Her ult pelts you with every ball on the field plus 3. So trading with a Syndra is the equivalent of fighting a girl who's placing landmines, throwing bowling balls at you, all the while you're wearing a magnetic vest. No matter how good you are at dodging, they're going to fucking hit you when she's sick of your shit. The reason why Syndra is so scary is because you can't stand near her for too long. Riot has been doing so much to remove point and click hard CC from the game, but they didn't remove her point and click death ability. Meaning even if she is the worst Syndra in the world and misses every single skill shot, it doesn't fucking matter because as long as she uses her W to keep an orb alive while spamming the Q button, you're going to get auto-pelted by 6 orbs in a fight, dealing this much damage. And if the Syndra has half of a working brain, she'll know that she could chain her stun with her W, dealing this much damage before pelting you hard enough to remind you of gym class from your younger years. All those poor kids you used to beat up. This ult is so fucked up that the game should auto-type "I'm sorry" in all chat every time you press R. In short, if you're squishy and she stuns you, you're probably gonna die. If she misses her stun and lands her WQ, you're probably going to die. If someone else stuns you and she just happens to notice, you're probably gonna die. And since items just got reworked, consider yourself unlucky, because Syndra can very easily get a Banshees and now have a spell shield while she comes for that ass. And I know what you're thinking, but Skooch, can't I just get a Banshees too? Sure thing, champ. Just remember that it only blocks 1 orb from her ultimate because fuck you as a person.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Can We Talk About This? If you have another thing to talk about, please leave it in the comments section below and I'll be sure to get to it. Oh my god! Oh my god, I've watched too many of your videos.